We're designing, building, and installing a window for an exterior door. We have the design, but how are we going to build it? What tools are we going to use? How are we going to set them up? That's coming up right now. This is going to be the board that we're going to cut. I have clamped this to the table to keep it from moving around. And the first cut is just going to be to trim the end off, as you can. This is the first 28 inch piece, so this will be our number one. We have our two 24s right here. Here's our 24s and our two 28s, and that's all ready to go. Alright, well, the first part of setting this thing up is, of course, making sure that I'm going to use a guide to make these cuts. But one of the things I'm going to do is make sure that, first off, this is unplugged. So while I'm doing it, one thing I want to make sure is that this of course is just a straight edge. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the straight edge of this thing is level with the base of the saw. This is the piece that I'm going to guide up against. So, of course, you've got a little drop down inside there. I'm not too worried about that. The main thing is I'm going to keep the piece flush with this right here, so the force will be on that. The next thing is to make sure that the front and the back of this thing are aligned, both the front and the back. Of course, while I have checked that, I'm also going to make sure that the saw blade itself is set up to be vertical, okay, because this also has a tilt on it, so you can turn it, I think only one direction, but you can turn it a little bit to the opposite. But the main thing is to make sure that the blade is vertical and straight. Then I'm going to check both front and back. This piece here can slide left and right in front, and of course left and right in the back. And so what I've done is my first cut is going to be about 1 3/4 inch wide by 2 inches deep. So I'm going to go 2 inches deep on this. So I'm going to check this to make sure I have 1 3/4 inches. And I'm on the blade, make sure I've got 1 3/4 inches over here, and then I'm going to check the back also for the front of the blade to make sure that I have 1 3/4 inches. Again, I'm touching the blade, but I've got the saw unplugged. Okay, and then of course the last thing was to have a landing zone for the pieces that I have. So I had to move this thing. And what happens is you make the cut, rolls across, and then it has to go somewhere. If it doesn't have anywhere to go, then you're going to lose control. It's going to hit the floor. So I needed a landing place for this to go. And then the first landing place is going to be one of the pieces that I've got. The next thing I've got is something to hold the pieces with. So I've got 2 little pieces of wood. And I'm not going to hold this with my hands. I'm going to push, I'm going to use this, push the piece through, this to hold the piece up against here. And so let's start like that. The only thing on the table now is just these instructions and a set of hearing protection and eye protection, which I'm going to put on right now. The other thing I've done is I've taken my spare pieces, and this is one of them, and run them through there a little bit, just to make sure my cut is correct. So I've already gone through here with 1 or 2 cuts, actually 3 or 4 cuts, because I ran this from piece 3 or 4 times already. Alright, so it's plugged in, power on. So I want to make sure this is 1 1/4 inches, and this looks good. I wanted 2 inches deep, so I'm going to check this to make sure it's 2 inches deep, and that is dead on 2 inches. It's coming on maybe just a hair, it's a fraction of a hair under 2 inches. So now I'm ready to cut the rest of these pieces. Thanks for watching my program. If you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for an organized listing of my YouTube videos, go to my website, www.wherearemyplacebos.com, and click on videos. Have a great day.